What's up, crypto fam, and welcome back to Bitcoin Bulletin. Get ready, because we've got a packed show for you today, starting with some huge news out of Japan. Bitcoin giant Metaplanet has just pulled off an incredible $1.4 billion fundraising round, and they're officially planting their flag in the US market. Next, we're shifting gears to look at MARA Holdings. They've just dropped their unaudited Bitcoin production results for August, and we're here to break down what these numbers mean for their valuation and future prospects. Is MARA gearing up for a massive rally? Then, we're talking regulation. Mark Adams, the co-founder of a pioneering hedged Bitcoin fund, is weighing in on the SEC's Project Crypto. He's got some bold ideas on how to modernize our markets the right way, and you won't want to miss his take. And finally, what does a green September mean for Bitcoin's price? We're analyzing the historical trends and what to expect if this month closes strong. All that and more, right here on Bitcoin Bulletin. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Japan's Bitcoin giant Metaplanet explodes onto US scene. This is the news you've been waiting for. Metaplanet, already Japan's undisputed leader in corporate Bitcoin holdings, has just shattered expectations by raising an astonishing $1.4 billion. But they're not just raising funds, they're making a bold statement by launching new subsidiaries in Miami and Tokyo, signaling a massive push into the US market. This isn't just another funding round, it's a transformation. Metaplanet has evolved from a struggling hotel operator into a powerhouse in the digital asset space, now holding over 20,000 Bitcoin worth a staggering $2.3 billion, making them the sixth largest corporate Bitcoin holder globally. The company's ambitious plan includes acquiring an additional 10,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2025, targeting a total of 210,000 Bitcoin by 2027, which would represent about 1% of Bitcoin's total supply. Their new Miami subsidiary, Metaplanet Income Corp., founded with $15 million, is set to focus on Bitcoin derivatives trading and income generation, led by CEO Simon Jarovich and supported by directors Dylan LeClaire and Darren Winia. Meanwhile, Bitcoin Japan Inc. in Tokyo will spearhead media, events, and services, even acquiring the premium Bitcoin JP domain. The crypto community is buzzing, with many drawing parallels to MicroStrategy's pioneering corporate Bitcoin treasury strategy. While Metaplanet stock has seen some recent volatility, investor sentiment remains strong, especially with major players like Fidelity increasing their stake. This strategic expansion, separating Bitcoin accumulation from income generation, positions Metaplanet perfectly to capitalize on the growing institutional adoption and Bitcoin's recent surge above $116,000. Can Metaplanet's aggressive strategy truly dominate the US market? Next, we'll see if MARA Holdings' August Bitcoin production numbers are setting them up for an epic comeback. MARA Holdings, production surge or just another mining tale? Attention all MARA Holdings investors. The latest unaudited operating results for August are in, and they show MARA produced 705 Bitcoin last month. This mid-quarter update is crucial for anyone watching MARA's trajectory, especially as the stock has shown renewed momentum, gaining 10% over the past year and a significant 21% in the last 3 months alone. Beyond just mining, MARA is making strategic moves into AI infrastructure, partnering with leading AI and grid management companies. Analysts suggest this diversification could unlock new, recurring revenue streams outside traditional Bitcoin mining, tapping into the growing demand for high-performance computing and sovereign edge infrastructure. This narrative points to MARA being significantly undervalued, with a fair value estimate of $23.32 according to some analyses, driven by expectations of strong top-line growth and reduced reliance on US operations. The company's geographic diversification and partnerships with governments and energy companies in emerging markets are also seen as key growth drivers. However, the crypto world is always volatile. MARA's heavy reliance on fluctuating Bitcoin prices and aggressive capital spending introduces risks. Investors are debating whether the current valuation truly reflects this potential beyond crypto reinvention or if it's built on optimistic forecasts. The Simply Wall-Sint DCF model also suggests undervaluation, but the question remains: can MARA navigate the market's inherent risks and deliver on these ambitious growth projections? Will MARA's AI pivot truly revolutionize its valuation? We'll explore how regulators are attempting to modernize markets, next with a key voice from the Bitcoin fund space. SEC's Project Crypto, a hedged Bitcoin fund founder's vision for market modernization. In a pivotal moment for digital assets, Mark Adams, co-founder of the first publicly traded, hedged Bitcoin ETF, is applauding the SEC's Project Crypto initiative. He sees it as a crucial step toward bringing much-needed regulatory clarity to the crypto world, especially with hubs like Fort Worth becoming centers for financial innovation. Adams emphasizes that lasting progress in digital assets hinges on robust investor protections and unwavering market integrity. He echoes SEC Chairman Paul Atkins' sentiment that the U.S. must lead in this generational opportunity, ensuring that digital assets and tokenized securities fulfill their potential to expand access and strengthen economic leadership. The key, he argues, is to build innovative reforms that are built to last, incorporating time-tested principles like fraud prevention, transparency, and protection against market manipulation. He warns against rushing reforms without safeguards, citing the devastating consequences of past market crises like 2008 and the FTX collapse. The crypto community is closely watching the SEC's listening tour, with Adams urging regulators to maintain an inclusive, transparent approach. He advocates for a formal rulemaking process with public comment to ensure all investor voices are heard. The message is clear: innovation must be grounded in strong, sensible protections to foster trust and enable the next era of competitive, world-leading financial innovation in America. Can the SEC strike the perfect balance between innovation and investor safety? Get ready for our final story. We're breaking down the historical Bitcoin price trends tied to September's closing performance. Will a green September ignite a Bitcoin bull run? History might just be repeating itself for Bitcoin's price. As September looks set to close in the green, analysts are pointing to a powerful historical trend. A bullish October often follows a strong September close. This pattern has held true in recent years and could signal significant gains ahead. Looking at the data, out of the last 14 years, September has only closed in positive territory 5 times. In 4 of those instances, the following October saw substantial rallies. For example, September 2023 ended with a nearly 4% gain, and Bitcoin surged over 28% in October. Similarly, September 2024's 7.11% gain was followed by an 11.2% jump in October. Even going back to 2015 and 2016, green Septembers paved the way for impressive double-digit October gains. With Bitcoin already showing a 6.24% gain for September so far, the stage is set for a potential bullish continuation. Coupled with October historically being one of Bitcoin's strongest months, the outlook appears incredibly promising. While profit-taking is always a possibility, the current environment of rising institutional inflows suggests that the final quarter of the year could be very favorable for Bitcoin. Could this historical trend lead to massive gains for Bitcoin holders? That's all the news for today, but stick around for our lightning round recap and your chance to win big. That's a wrap on today's Bitcoin Bulletin. We saw Metaplanet's massive $1.4 billion U.S. market entry, MARA Holdings' August Bitcoin production results, Mark Adams' call for modernizing markets with strong investor protections, and the bullish historical trend tied to a green September for Bitcoin's price. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin for all your crypto news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, leave a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels for more exclusive content.